Before we begin, one of the things that, if you know anything about me, one of the most important things to me is being a mom. So, I can't believe I'm doing this. I always cry, don't I, Leah? My baby daughter, who's almost 14, so she hates that, is actually here today. I am a mom of 3 daughters, all teenagers, that I'm extremely proud of, and my baby scored her first goal today, so big round of applause. And I don't have to point her out because she looks exactly like me, so there you are. So, how often do you hold your heart? Holding your heart, to take the time to acknowledge its beats, its rhythm, but it's more. Take the time to acknowledge the stress and daily grind of life that you put it through. Take a moment right now. Put your hand on your chest and feel it. This muscle that serves you without fail every moment. Close your eyes. Breathe out and breathe in. Stretch your shoulders back to open your chest. The gentle beat as it pumps through your life through your body. Breathe out your stress. Breathe in your calm. You can open your eyes now. I had this amazing experience as I was winding my way through a divorce and custody battle with my ex-husband. I had a massage. The moment the therapist set her hands on me, she sucked in her breath and said, "You have a heart knot." A heart knot? What do you mean? A heart knot. It's very tight. You've been through some emotional trauma. If you're open to it, I'll hold your heart at the end of your massage and see if we can loosen it. At this point, I had an image from Grey's Anatomy pop into my head of the surgeons massaging a heart that was on its last beat. Okay, I agreed. Game to see what this might entail. At the end of our hour together, as I was laying on my back, she cupped her hand over my chest, above my heart, and positioned her other hand under my back, under my heart. She gently rocked my body from side to side, telling me to concentrate on my breathing. After a couple of minutes, what I can only describe as a bubble drifted up from my chest and popped near the base of my throat, and a few tears drifted from the corners of my eyes. "Wow," I said. "Was that it?" "That was a bit," she said. "You've got a long ways to go." And we don't have the time today. So since that day, almost 8 years ago, I have observed my body's reactions to events, to people, to what I hold in. When I feel the stress of work, of my personal demands on my body, of all the ways I've let the external forces become internal battles and manifest themselves physically. During my separation, I got quite ill, tonsillitis and bronchitis that took 2 different sets of antibiotics and a week worth of sleep to combat. After an incredibly busy summer at the resort, I broke my ankle at work, just walking, forcing me to not only slow down, but ask for help from others, a difficult thing for a single independent mom to do. My weight, the reaction to being sad, angry, bored, which then leads to these extra pounds that become an emotional layer to shield me from getting too close, which then makes me sad, angry, and bored. The act of holding my heart reminds me to calm down, to let go, and feel the power that serves me. This story of holding my heart has become quite poignant for me this past week through Remembrance Day and the stories of soldiers of suicide, soldiers that return home from wars and from police actions, physically unscathed, yet with their own demons that won't subside, and of a crisis hitting very close to home with a friend who is suffering an internal battle within their own mind. How can we hold the hearts of others to help them before it comes too late, before they succumb? Is it being kind when we don't need to be right, or simply using the knowledge that we don't know what's going on with them and simply offer help or being there for them? My theme word for this year has been authenticity. This is the year I turned 40, and I've finally come into my own, I hope. In sharing who I am, how I hurt myself, challenging me to be who I am without fear. I have always been the master of the brave face, of everything is fine, the one who everyone thinks has it all together. I don't. I've been the teenage girl with suicidal thoughts, binge drinking my way through high school, the mom at home with the baby blues, at home with her beautiful babies, yet feeling so isolated, friendless, and alone. The overextended woman who volunteers for everyone, everything, because she is trying so hard to fill in her time to not have to deal with the inadequacy and disappointment she feels within herself for not doing more, for not being better as a mom, a friend, a wife, an employee. These disapprovals with myself have hurt my heart over the years, causing me to get to a place where my chest is always tight, heart tightly wound in a thick knot of shame. Through the constant check-in with my breathing, always out first, and then in, and a hand on my heart reminds me that there is a power within me that is strong. I have a dear friend that I adore, but this person drives me crazy. Challenges me, my way of thinking, pushes me out of my comfort zone. One particular day, after one of our visits over coffee, I was a bit wound up, so I sat on a beach and looked down to find a heart-shaped rock. Gripping it in my fingers, rolling it over and over in my palms, I felt a bubble of laughter lift from my throat and a calm descend. This has now become my talisman, a reminder to hold my heart even with those I love most. So I have 3 asks for you today. Number 1, hold your heart by yourself, if you can stretch that way. I'm not so good, I need some more time with Jan. Or have a loved one hold your heart for you. Number 2, share the message through kindness. Donate a blanket, clothing, or food to someone in need. Buy a coffee for the next person in line. Listen to a friend. Kind thoughts, messages, and actions. And number 3, go for a walk in a special place and find your own heart rock as a reminder to be kind to yourself and to your heart. Thank you.